do today is we're going to tack the steering box on the frame rail. We're going to hook up the drag link and hopefully have steering. Okay, so for example, when setting up your steering box, there's plenty of things that we need to account for. So you can't just weld it to the frame rail and hope things are going to work out, because you're probably not. Things like steering column angle, steering column length, seat height. So those were all things that I needed to do before I made the brackets to weld to the frame, so the steering box to the frame. So what I'm going to do now is, now that everything's lined up, I'm going to, pardon me, I am going to set the camera up for some time lapse. I'm going to tack these brackets onto the frame rail to get that steering box situated. And then we'll look at shortening the drag link and getting it all hooked up. Okay, so now you can see I have the brackets welded onto the frame rail there. The drag link has now been shortened and hooked up to the pitman arm. So at this point here, the wheel should turn and we should have some steering. Now what I had to do is I did have to shorten the drag link, so I sleeved it here. Now on the bottom side you can't see it, but I did drill some holes as well and plug welded it along the way. And what I might do eventually is I'll actually drill a hole through the entire thing on both ends and hammer a shear pin through and then plug weld the tops of them. Can't be too safe when it comes to steering parts, or I might just come up with a whole new one eventually down the road. It's pretty much just for mock-up. Same with this tie rod, we would call it here. It's just made out of some black steel pipe and a couple tabs. So there's going to be a little bit of slop in the steering just due to the fact that that's not the right part. But let's set up the camera and see if the wheels turn. Okay, so like I said, there might be a little slop because the tie rod's not right, but here goes nothing. I think I might call that a victory. Alright, so you saw what I saw. 46 is now steering, so that's another major update on this project. It's now a rolling steering project. I'm coming up to, I would say, close to the end of the mock-up of this truck. Once I get the motor, transmission, and the floor built, I'll then be able to blow it apart, paint it all, and start doing my final assembly. So I'm really looking forward to that. This project's going a little quicker than I thought, which is nice. But again, I've had ample time to be working on it. Really appreciate everybody that's been following along, throwing up comments. You guys don't know how much it means to me that you're following along. Keeps me really motivated to get out to the garage and do stuff. Really appreciate that. And hopefully we'll see you next week with another update on CAMS 46.